So you guys been wanting me to change the theme song sound quality, but I'm gonna keep the same song. So here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Just how she plays them, and she does that. She does it with the cat. Does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. Hopefully that fixed the audio. Crazy Cat does not own any of these pictures or books or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational purposes, so the people who watch them learn a little bit something when they do it. Hopefully that fixed the audio. I only did all those years ago. No, I don't want to do this. I'm scared of this thing. Give me more of it. Hi everyone, Martha here. So I knew this monkey was trouble when I first saw it back in 2010 when I saw it in Toy Story 3. The one that was security monitor, making sure nobody escapes from Sunnyside. Why in the world are you holding that thing, Bonnie? Why? Put it down! And Stephen King, can I have a word with you? You do know that thing's not a monkey, right? It has no tail. It's a chimpanzee. It's an ape. So, you named it wrong. This whole entire movie is wrong. It does not know how to tell the difference between a monkey and an ape. Most people don't, because they don't, like, does it have a tail or no tail? Usually when it has no tail, it's an ape. When it has a tail, it's a monkey. This is not a monkey. So, I had to stop. Here we go. Yeah, so this was a movie that came out earlier this year. I usually wait for horror movies to come out on streaming or DVD for me to watch it. Sometimes I rarely go to the movies to see them, but usually when I do see them, I like them to be two different things. One, they have to do with either they're a comedy, or they have to do with mythology, or they're making fun of horror. Now this one is supposed to be a comedy. When I was watching it, I think I even laughed like twice in this, because I found this one kind of mean-spirited. You know what kind of reminded me of? It kind of reminded me of Christmas Story, since it was being told by one of the, well, technically it was being told by two of the characters, Hal and Bill, who are twin brothers in this. And yes, they pretty much everybody in this movie has a deadbeat dad, because they're trying to keep their son safe away from this monkey, away from this ape. And because this toy, which you're not supposed to call it that, kills people. Every time it like chimes its drums, and you're probably wondering, what does that have to do with the one in Toy Story? Well, in the book, the toy is one that has to do with the chimes. But since Disney owns the copyright to that toy, they were not allowed to use that toy in this movie. And yet, you want to know what streaming service I watched this on? Because it came included with my Hulu. Disney Plus. Ain't that ironic? So yeah. So they should still be able to use the chimes and not have to use the drums since it's on Disney Plus. But alright, whatever, float your boat. So this movie is about two brothers who are twins who don't get along in the slightest, because one is very mean to his brother, Bill, and has these mean girls who tease him and throw frickin' bananas at him. Like, okay. I mean, yes, their dad was a bad parent, but the reason why we never meet, I think we meet the dad at the very beginning of the movie, because we see a guy bring a toy to a pawn shop or antique store, whatever, and to get rid of it. And then he tries to use a flamethrower to burn it after the guy gets killed. And I mean, a lot of these deaths can be found funny if you think about it, because the way that guy dies is it looks like he has hot dogs for his innards, and the guy says hot dog, so I can get why that would be funny. And the way that they lead up to the deaths are kind of like if Home Alone and Final Destination had a baby, because a lot of these deaths like they make it look like they're an accident, because we like see them lead up to each other. Like for example, when we see the girl in the pool die, we keep on seeing the fan about to hit the floor, and we see the water dripping, and then we see the pipe leading out. So when the thing falls, electrocutes her and makes her go explode. So that one was kind of creative, how the deaths. To me, the mom's death was not all that creative. I would say out of all of them, hers is the least creative, because it made her sound like that she died from a sickness, while all the rest of them died from some type of weird accident. Some of them are off screen, I've noticed, and one of them kind of reminds me of well, there is this one where they like say somebody died on Monday, somebody died on Tuesday, somebody died on a Wednesday and a Thursday, and that kind of remind me of Solomon Grundy from Batman in a little bit, because that one, how that guy has to do with week to do basis kind of thing. So yes, I can totally see why some of these things are funny. I just wish it wasn't so done in like in a mean-spirited way, because how they treat how is like treated this whole entire movie makes me like feel more sorry for him, or what's going on in his lifetime, his entire life, all because his brother happened to open up a box and he started turning the key, because apparently you don't die if you turn the key, and then that theory goes out the door, because at the very end of the movie, Bill dies and he turned the key. So I think the toy just only kills things when it wants to. So, and the fact that you tried to kill it a minute ago probably made the toy mad at him. Which shouldn't hell be dead, because he tried to dismantle it with the saw. So it's technically he should be dead because of that. And I think the reason why they it waited like 25 years to come back, so they can get more people to kill next generation kind of thing. So this movie, at the very well, I don't know what time it takes place when the dad does it, but at the start of it, it starts at 1999. Then we have 25 years later. So I'm guessing it takes place 2004, 24 in the movie. And so basically their dad went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back. And I guess Bill blames his brother for some dumb reason. And then tells a bunch of girls, and they start teasing him for it. And then all of a sudden they find a monkey in their parents' closet. And they both end up winding it. Sadly, their babysitter, who takes them to like a restaurant where you watch your food be cooked in front of you. And then while they're watching that, the monkey starts playing its drums, and by the end of it, she's dead. And they think it's an accident. Well, now when the mom dies, that's when, since happens right when he wants to kill his brother for all the times he teased him. But it doesn't take request, okay? You can't just tell it, kill that person. It just doesn't work that way. It kills when it wants to, and it chooses. So, because both of them end up requesting them to have each other killed, because he was teasing him, and the other one blames him for what happened to his mom, because he's the one that chimed it to make it happen. And then after the mom died, well, after the uncle died, not the mom, we have a 25-year skip, because they throw the toy down a well, and they don't have to worry about it because the next generation happens. And Hal tries to keep his away from his son, only seeing him once a year, which is kind of like repeating the cycle. And the little boy that the teenager ends up buying the toy at the yard sale that his aunt has is also doesn't have a good dad. So like it's like, oh, we have 3 people here that have bad parents. As far as we know, that Hal actually does love his kid. We don't know about the other 2 because we really don't know the other 2 bad fathers. And I think the actor who plays both Hal and Ted's older self did a really good job doing them. I think it's 2 different boys playing them as when they're kids though, because they don't look the same, but when they're adults they do. But I can definitely tell. At first I couldn't tell them apart, but I think it's supposed to be the glasses. It's supposed to be 2 different ratio, and I think Bill has a frickin' mullet. And for some reason we have a very small role with Elijah Wood in it, where he's gonna be Petey's new dad, because since he's not been raising him, and he's supposed to take him to like some type of theme park instead, but since the aunt died, he has to go and like go to down there and get the stuff before they sell the house off. But the real estate, she ends up dying, and then tells Hal all these different people who died throughout the week, because Bill has been trying to kill Hal, but like I said, doesn't take request. Instead, he's been killing poor random people who were innocent and had nothing to do with their quarrel. And he keeps on calling him because he knows his number somehow. That doesn't make any sense. If you guys are not talking to each other, how does he know your number? And how does he know which hotel you're staying at? That is just weird. So eventually, the teenager ends up kidnapping them after he gets his gun from his dad, who is a cop, and brings him to Bill, so Pete can go in there and turn the monkey and killing the teenage boy with a wasp nest kind of thing. And then they go in there and we had like a little Home Alone thing. I don't know, that's what kind of remind me of Home Alone. I think Kevin would be really insane to have these kind of traps. And then they kind of like try to apologize to each other for what happened during their lives. But then we have 2 times where he like pretends to shake his hand and does just a slight brush his hair like thing. Like, this guy is totally like a 5-year-old. Who does that still? I mean, I know he's a kid in the 90s, but jeez, don't act like you're still in the 90s. So, and the movie ends with Bill dying because in one of the dreams he wants to drop a bowling ball on top of his brother's head, and doesn't, and that's how he ends up dying, with the bowling ball on top of his head. But it happens from like some weird like Home Alone attraction thing. So yeah. So what do I think about this movie? I think it's fine. I mean, I did not really find it that funny. I just found it mostly mean-spirited, but I did laugh a couple of times, and I did see like some of the deaths foreshadowed before they happened. So I'm probably gonna give this one like a 6 out of 10, guys. So hopefully the next horror movie I see, whatever that one will be, is a lot more. I find it, I actually like it, like this one. I don't know, the last one I watched I didn't really like either, because that was way too weird. Which was the Death of a Unicorn one. And this one, I just find it fine. So I'll see you guys later. And I do want to read a Stephen King book soon, but I have to get around to it first. So, like 91% of you guys are not subscribed to me. It doesn't cost you anything, so there you go. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.